afternoon from Hamburg, Germany. It is a perfect summer day, and today we are joined by, drumroll, backpacker Steve.
Moin, moin.
Moin. Steve is from Hamburg. I don't know if you've seen him on the channel before, but he's a good friend of Nelly and mine, and he's going to show us around a bit. And today it is the photo challenge, street photography challenge with the Canon EOS R and the 70-200. You ready?
I'm ready. We're right in front of the water tower. This used to be the highest water tower in all of Europe. And right behind that you see little antennas sticking out. That's the highest building of all of Hamburg. That's the television tower.
Very cool.
Here's the local knowledge right there.
Let's go. It is a beautiful day here in Hamburg, and actually kind of an easy challenge for myself. The idea behind the photo challenge was from Brendan and Tom Patagonia when we were brainstorming a lot of videos that they wanted to film for their channel. One of the ones we came up with was photo or photography challenges, and I thought that I could bring this into my own vlogs and onto my channel. And the first one I've got is the 70-200 on the EOS R. Now I must state that this is not the new 70-200. As you can see, it's still the old one. This is the L2, so I've had it for a while. It's quite a good lens, and today it's even better because there's so many people out in this area of Hamburg. We're starting in Schanze, and we'll probably even stay around this area because it's such an urban paradise in Hamburg. So the challenge of street photography with the 70-200 on the Canon EOS R I think is actually going to be pretty easy, but it all starts right now here in this park. So what I'm looking for are some details, and we'll jump into that in a second. Want to introduce my buddy Matt from Canada.
Hey guys, how you doing?
But he lives here in Hamburg, and he's come out with Steve and I to explore a little bit and to see what we do for work.
Exactly, to show you a little bit of the city as well.
And Matt's a super normal guy. He doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Just a normal average guy. Nothing special about me.
Why are there so many people in the park?
That's just a typical sunny Saturday. When the sun is coming out in Hamburg, people are going crazy. The skirts are getting shorter. the shades
Nelly
are
is
out.
watching. Nelly is watching. She's not here with us right now.
No,
so.
it's just a good time to be around with your friends and have a barbecue in the park and enjoy the sun.
The Schanze Park is packed right now. Super beautiful time to be here in Hamburg. And as I just said with Steve, that Nelly's not with me, so she is in Verona, Italy. I am here to try and renew my visa, actually. Trying to get permanent residency in Germany, which is exciting. Sorry about the off and on, overexposed. We're walking through shadows and bright sunlight, and it's super difficult to film, but I'm sure you understand that because I know you guys make videos and like taking photos too. But yeah, in the park here, it's pretty easy to get some good shots of the people, especially with the 70-200, because there's, you know, everybody's just doing their own thing, they're distracted, they're chatting with friends, and you can really pick out on the long telephoto at 200 millimeters, like some, you know, smaller things what people are doing, playing ping pong or just hanging out, and that's pretty cool. But now it's time to get a little bit more urban and head into the city and talk more about this photo challenge.
Here in the Schanze you can find a lot of street art, and this is basically the street art gallery street of the Schanze. This is the Rosenhofstraße, and you have a lot of very famous street artists, like for example Zipper die Rakete. Over there is El Boccio, which is a famous street artist from Berlin, and some local street artists like Push or Zero.
So in Schanze, there's so much good street art that it really actually makes it kind of easy to pick out some really nice individual pieces and get a couple like easy shots again with the 70-200. This is meant to be a challenge, man. What have I done to myself? I guess one of the challenges of shooting urban and street photography stuff with the 70-200 is that you're not able to get the full wide angle of these buildings. So it's more challenging, I guess, to do architecture photography with the 70-200. But personally, I really like zooming in on the buildings and getting like more detail of like the windows or of the frames. You know, everything's kind of got its own individual style, and a lot of these buildings are really different. So again, I haven't really challenged myself very much because shooting urban street stuff with the 70-200 thus far in Hamburg today has been amazing. Shooting street with the EOS R, I've set it into a hyperburst at ISO 100. My f-stop's about 5.6 to 8 depending on the sunlight, and then I'm just changing my shutter speed really. So it's been pretty easy too. Like, I'm mostly a landscape and wildlife photographer, so to do street stuff is definitely different for me, but I really enjoy trying to find details and giving the EOS R a nice shake up. I've still only had it for like about 2 months, and I've been really enjoying it so far. So to try out some street photography with this new camera has been a blast, and it's yeah, really quite cool. The image quality of the R is amazing, like really good. So yeah, these popping colors, don't need to do much editing, able to get this video up and share it all with you. Irish pub. Irish pub. Always Irish. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So Mr. Mathieu, what is it that you like about photography so much?
About photography in Hamburg as a specialist.
Wait, do you even have a camera?
Yeah, on my phone.
Nice.
I think that Hamburg, it's actually quite a green city, which I really appreciate.
That's
all these
true.
like a lot of hidden spots like here. So we're in the middle of the action, but actually you don't feel that you're in the middle of the action.
That's nice.
A lot of street art. And I like the people. I like the people are open as well. You
Are
know,
they okay for me taking photos of them?
Of course.
You
I think so. Yeah. Well, normally I'm a little bit tricky with that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
But yeah, you gotta be careful. But the diversity in Hamburg, I would say. Yeah.
Hamburg's especially really nice in the summertime.
I like it.
It's
I like it
growing
pretty
on me
much.
too.
The water as well, and
yeah, we actually arrived here at almost the same time. We've both been here for like almost 4 years now. Hey.
pretty much
In
we
Germany.
arrived a couple of weeks difference. Also,
Yeah, crazy.
Also, I'm speaking German.
Yeah. Oder was?
Oder was?
Yeah.
Come naturally, mate. Come
Alright.
naturally now.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, no worries.
Good tip for street photography is when you've got your frame lined up through the viewfinder, try and look at your angles and your corners of like the doors or the windows, something that you can obviously make out. And if you can balance that really well in your frame through the viewfinder, just focus on one side. Like sometimes I'll focus on the top of the door or maybe the side of the door, and if I can get that lined up and balanced, then the other side probably will be automatically. So that's my tip for trying to balance your composition in street photography. One of the best things about the street photography challenge is finding that sense of creativity. For photography, especially for people like you and me who do it a lot, you know, you have to try and find ways to keep those creative juices flowing. You've probably seen in my last video about kind of almost hitting a bit of a creative block almost. I took a lot of your suggestions from the comments in those videos and actually made a list of different videos that I can make over the next couple months that address a lot of those topics that you guys brought up, as well as keep me interested in these videos and creating and photography especially. So doing something like this with the EOS R, where I set up only the 70-200, walking around Hamburg with two good buddies who are now also bros, is pretty awesome. So really fun. Distracting me, trying to be serious in the vlog, but keeping those creative juices flowing is what it's all about sometimes. So. the sun is going down and this is the end of the vlog. I wanted to give a huge thanks to Steve and Matt for coming out for this photo challenge, adventure street photography in Hamburg, Germany. So thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure, mate. Every time you come down, more than welcome.
And what do you think of the Canon EOS R, the 7200?
It's pretty heavy.
It's meant to be mirrorless and lighter, but it's
me.
actually the lens. The lens that's heavier.
Yeah, maybe next
beautiful.
time bring a tripod.
Yeah, true. I don't have my tripod. I've been shooting handheld the whole day, but that's street.
This is why you have two strong guys with you.
Yeah. All right, so that's it from Hamburg, Germany. It's been a beautiful summer day. A lot of fun to do this challenge. I got a number of really, really good images. We learned a lot about the city. And yeah, where are we off to next? We're actually going to Italy together, eh?
I would say so, yeah. Let's go to Italy and have some grappa there.
Yeah, reunite with Nelly in Italy. Matt staying here in Hamburg.
I would say in Hamburg. In Hamburg sagt man Tschüss.
In Hamburg sagt man Tschüss, Digga.
Tschüss, Digga.
Sehr schön. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like it. And I will see you on the next one.
Tschüss, Digga.
Tschüss, Digga.